Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 10. It is first week of the finals, Thursday, the 18th of September, 2025. And we've got four classic games to come. All right, let's go to the first qualifying final, Collingwood versus Melbourne at the MCG. Let's go to the first quarter of this match. First quarter underway, Collingwood versus Melbourne at the MCG. And the first quarter has completed, and Collingwood, they've kicked 3 goals, 2 to Melbourne, 2 goals, 2, and it is 6 points the difference to Collingwood 20-14. Second quarter underway in this first final match out of four. Siren has gone for half time, and Collingwood, they've kicked 6 goals, 4 to Melbourne, 1 goal, 6, and at half time, Collingwood are up by 34 points, 60-26. Let's go to the second half of this match. Winner goes to the first preliminary final, and the loser goes to the first semi-final. And three-quarter time has come, and Collingwood have won that quarter by 1 point. They kicked 2 goals, 3 to Melbourne, 2 goals, 2, and it's 35 points the difference at three-quarter time to Collingwood, 75-40. Let's go to the last quarter of this match. And the final siren has gone, and Melbourne, they've kicked 4 goals, 6 to Collingwood, 3-1. So Melbourne won the quarter, but Collingwood won the game by 24 points. Collingwood final score 14-10, 94 to Melbourne 9-16, 70. All right, so let's go to the second qualifying final, Essendon versus West Coast Eagles at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter of this match. Collingwood into a first preliminary final. Quarter time has come, and West Coast, they've kicked 4 goals, 6 to Essendon, 2 goals, 3. And the West Coast Eagles are 15 points up away from home. Second quarter has started. Second quarter has completed. So the siren has gone for half time, and Essendon, they've kicked 3 goals, 2 to West Coast, 1 goal, 4. And at half time, West Coast are up by 5 points, 40-35 in this match. Second half underway. Three-quarter time has come, and West Coast, they've kicked 6 goals, 5 to Essendon, 2 goals, 5. And at three-quarter time, Essendon are winning by 29 points. They've kicked 52. Essendon are 52 and West Coast are 81 at three-quarter time. Let's go to the last quarter of this second qualifying final. And the final siren has gone. Essendon, they've kicked 1 goal, 6 to West Coast, 1 goal, 1. And in the end, West Coast Eagles have won the second qualifying final away from home by 24 points. So they are into the second preliminary final. And Melbourne and Essendon will wait for the winners of the elimination finals to see who will be playing them. So the third game for the first week of the finals is Brisbane versus North Melbourne. Let's go to the first quarter. Brisbane versus North Melbourne at the Gabba. in this game. Quarter time has come, and Brisbane, they've kicked 2 goals, 5 to North Melbourne, 1-5. So it's a goal the difference to Brisbane, 17-11. Second quarter underway in this match. Halftime siren has come, and Brisbane, they've kicked 5 goals, 5 to North Melbourne, 1 goal, 5. And it is 5 goals the difference at halftime to Brisbane, 52-22. Second half of this game is underway. Through third quarter has completed, and Brisbane, they've kicked 5 goals, 4 to North Melbourne, 2 goals, 3. And Brisbane are 49 points up at 3-quarter time. Let's go to the last quarter of this game. Brisbane look like they're going to win against the North Melbourne Kangaroos. And the final siren has gone, and North Melbourne, they kicked 4 goals, 6 in that last quarter, and Brisbane, they put let the foot off the throttle, and they only kicked 1 goal, 5 in that last quarter. So Brisbane 13-19-97 to North Melbourne 8-19-67, and Brisbane will meet Melbourne at the MCG for semi-final week. All right, and North Melbourne, they'll have to wait for season 11 to start. So Gold Coast, Port Adelaide at Metricon Stadium is the last game for the first week of the finals. First quarter underway. Siren has gone for first quarter, and Port Adelaide, they've kicked 6 goals, 3 to Gold Coast, 3-4. And Port Adelaide are 17 points up, 39-22. Second quarter underway in this match. Gold Coast are playing at home against the Power. Siren has gone for half time, and Port Adelaide have kicked 5 goals, 5 to Gold Coast, 4 goals, 4. And it is 4 goals the difference to Port Adelaide at half time, 74-50. Let's go to the third quarter of this match. Last game of the finals, first final. So Gold Coast or Port Adelaide will be playing Essendon. And third quarter has completed, and Port Adelaide have kicked 6 goals, 5 to Gold Coast, 3 goals, 1. And it looks like Port Adelaide will play Essendon in second semi-final in 2 days. And the final siren has gone for the fourth game for the first week of the finals, and Gold Coast, they kicked 5 goals, 2 to Port Adelaide, 2 goals, 6. But in the end, Port Adelaide have won by 32 points. Gold Coast, final score 15-11-101 to Port Adelaide 19-19-133. So it was more the experience that Port Adelaide won the match against the Gold Coast Suns. Big effort for the Gold Coast Suns, making the grand final last year against St Kilda and losing just by 6 points. All right, so semi-final week. We've got first semi-final, Melbourne versus Brisbane at the MCG. And the second semi-final will be Essendon versus Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. So and Collingwood and West Coast are waiting in the wings for that third week, preliminary final week. Well, that concludes the first week of the finals. We'll see you on Saturday, the 20th of September, 2025 for semi-final week.